Your voice.
All right, well, this is something that is really near and dear to my heart, and you know, it talks about the question that was asked earlier. We definitely need to ban the plastic bags. We need to ban styrofoam. This is something that some middle schoolers years ago recognized as a problem, and they made it happen in their schools. So it has to happen in all the schools. It also has to happen in the entire city, because that styrofoam cannot be recycled. No matter what the hype is, it's not true. It can't be recycled. There are a lot of other things we need to do. Education. You know, we're piloting at Linwood Howe, my kids' school, we're piloting the Green 5 campaign. And the Green 5 campaign is teaching all our kids 5 simple ways that you can reduce your carbon footprint. And by the way, save money while you're doing it. So when you start with the kids, and educate the kids, that's how you start making the changes that are longer lasting. Of course, you know, cycling and alternative transportation. When we get the metro in, we need ways to get there without using our cars. We need to bike more, and there are just so many things. I'd love to talk with you about it afterwards.
Our next question is from a first grader, and it is, can you extend the Plunge family hours so I can spend more time with my family? And this question goes to Mayor O'Neill.
Golly, that's terrible. We'll try. I don't know the scheduling at the Plunge. I think because we're so limited in space and time that we're trying to fit everybody in. Maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe we need to revisit that. I know there's a team out of Santa Monica that are coming to Culver City and taking up a lot of time, a lot of lanes. You know, it's our pool. It should be for Culver City students, Culver City residents. So my heart's with you, and I hate it when it comes from a first grader. Yeah, what are you doing? You know, I feel stupid, and so I don't have an answer. I will look into it, and I'm sorry I don't have an answer.
So, producer here now. No, I'm just curious if anybody out there that didn't pre-write a question wants to ask a question.
But I changed it because it was kind of repetitive. You guys talked about cutting, and I think all of us know that it's inevitable. We have to do it anyway. So I was wondering what you would cut. Like a straight answer, just maybe fire some police officers because there's tons, or cut back on certain things. I don't mean to do that, but you know, we have to cut something, and I was wondering what exactly.
All right, Ms. Sally Wells, the question is for you.
That's a hard one, and it's a sad one. And you know, I hope this doesn't sound dishonest, but let me start by saying what I wouldn't cut. When I met with one of the firefighters, he told me that the last 2 positions that they lost in the fire department were actually positions that were bringing in money, bringing in grant money, bringing in money from permitting. So I haven't decided yet, because I'm not on the council, where I would cut. But I certainly wouldn't cut something that's generating money. It doesn't seem to make sense mathematically. But any healthy budget, you can't just cut your way to a healthy budget. You also have to raise revenues. And you know, we need to be fully transparent and start talking with the community about ways that we would be willing to raise money. And when we say raise money, that means taxes. Because we have amazing services in Culver City, and I think we all want to protect them. So things like taxes are things you need to vote on. So there will be cuts. Hopefully they'll be the best, you know, smartest kind of cuts. But you also have to wait. You also have to bring in revenues to balance it out.
All right, Mr. Nelson on the camera.
I'm not going to accept the premise of your question, because I think we've cut enough. We are now at the point where our budget deficit, because of the impact of the state's elimination of our redevelopment agency, the impact of that on our regular city budget amounts to like 8 to 10%. We are never going to be able to cut our ways to financial sustainability at this point. After having served on the council for 6 years, we've been cutting. We're now down to employment levels that we last saw in the 1990s. Our fire department is staffed at 1970s levels. I think it's really important that we've done as much as we can to cut, because then if we are going to start talking about how do we raise revenue, at least your city government is credible. So I don't accept the premise. I think we're at the point now where we're gonna lose the soul of Culver City if we keep on cutting. And the real key is how do we grow our way out of this. And rather than get into a geeky discussion of that, visit my website.